Did you have any changes? Did you make any changes to this place?
Yeah, can't you see? I did a little bit of painting, and the thing is, it has my own personal. As you can see, I'm into minimalism, so it's minimal, but it's pleasant, you know. Yeah, I do the occasional bit of painting every few years and stuff like that. Go down the market, pick up one or two nice little pieces. So yes, yeah, I've personalised it. Yeah.
Do you like the view?
I like the view. I actually used to live on the top, but I got vertigo, so I moved down. Yes, I love the view. Yeah. Do you like the view?
Yeah, I do a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So can I ask a question, JP, about any event here over the years that you've been here that you can share with us?
Well, the event last year that we had was a wonderful event. It was initially it was an event for the 40th year commemoration of Trellick Tower, and we had lots of kids who came. We had lots of events, and the events that we had actually the National Health Service came along, and what they were doing was they were taking people's blood pressure and that. And a lot of people don't normally attend the AGM. They all turned up to make sure they were still alive. It was fantastic, really. And all the kids turned up, and we had bouncy castles. It was a fabulous event. It was the best attended event we've ever had. A lot of the local businesses, they gave us gifts to give out to the children. They contributed food. The Electric Cinema contributed tickets that people could go and see these events. It was wonderful. That's the most wonderful event that we've had in Trellick. That was last year.
So can you tell us why an event like that meant so much to you?
Yes, because it involved the whole of the block, and it was a kind of a thank you, you know, vis-a-vis the building being here and being such a wonderful building, and inviting everybody, because it was inclusive, it was engaging, you know. They came, they laughed, they joked, and oh, it was wonderful, oh! So that's what it was, because it included everybody, and everybody had a wonderful day. That's why it meant a lot to me.
When was that? What date was it? Do you remember? Or what
Yeah, it was
month
the 17th of August,
17th of August.
2014.
Yeah. And could you tell us more about being chair of the Residents Association?
What is it? Oh, okay. Do you, all right. So I became chair in I think it was 2000, December 2010, January 2011, and I was asked to become chair, having been a long-standing tenant within the block, and I had to learn on my feet because I didn't really know what being chair was. It was just a title. So being chair, I had to attend lots of meetings essentially to get funding for the block. Similarly, if in fact there was things awry going wrong within the block, I had access to all the necessary people who one needed to talk to. So it gave me access. That's what it did. And it enabled me to access funding. And it made me realise very, very quickly that if people had problems, it was my function to direct them the correct place to go, and my function was not there to solve their problems. To be chair, my function was just simply to get funding for the block and hopefully, in a small way, improve the quality of life within Trellick Tower. That's what my function was.
Mm. What was your least favourite part of being chair?
Going to lots of meetings when it was raining and it was really miserable, when I didn't feel like. Because the reality is that you do attend a lot of, when I say you attend a lot of meetings, you don't attend millions of meetings, but sometimes I was not in the mood because I'm a human being. It was a completely voluntary position. But I did my best. So it was just sometimes not being in the mood, but forcing myself to go. That was the most difficult part of it, really.
Do you remember anything in particular with the meetings?
I remember getting to know people. I remember getting to know who the relevant people in the relevant departments. So instead of phoning a voice at the end of the phone, I could phone direct. It's wonderful, really. You should try it sometimes. It's fantastic.
And could you tell us about being asked to be chair?
Yeah. I attended a meeting with several people, and and then the question is posed: who would like to be chair? And I'm looking around the room and saying, "Oh, JP, why don't you be chair?" And to be honest, I was a reluctant chair. However, I took on the task. So I was asked by the people within the meeting to be the chair. That's how it happened.
And could you tell us why you decided to resign after your 4 years?
Yeah, this year I've had a serious operation. I had a serious operation this year, and so I decided to take care of my health and pass it on. See, the thing is, with positions like this, being chair or whatever the case may be, I feel that it's a position where you stay for a short length of time, then you pass it on. Hopefully, in a better. Hopefully, the block is improved in terms of in terms of the quality of life. So it's a natural progression. So the person I passed it on to, he was part of the association, so he was familiar with lots of things, and I was able just simply to pass on my experience to him. So it was kind of a natural progression. But I just felt that I needed to give somebody else the opportunity, and you know, I'm not Robert Mugabe. I don't want to be there forever, you know. So, I know that's going to be anyway.
Overall, do you feel that being chair was a good experience?
It was a wonderful experience, yeah, because a lot of the time within councils and the housing and associations, there's a them and us kind of attitude. So in other words, they are the enemy, but it's not that at all. I mean to say, I managed to build a good rapport between the association and the tenants management organisation, because after all they have a job to do, and it was just simply my function to engage. And the beauty of the exercise is the fact that I did engage, and as a result of engaging, lots was done, you know. So it was a very good experience, because lots of stuff got done, and as a result of that, we have now built up a relationship, so that the guy that's taken over from me, he literally picks up the phone, and things get done. So it was a very positive experience, really. Yeah.
What advice would you give to anyone who want to become chair or has been asked?
Okay. The only advice that I would give is for them to realise that the position is there for them to represent the tenants. It is not there for them to be self-important. Yeah, that's it, really.
So, can you tell us something about Trellick that we do not know?
Is there anything that you do not know? Is there anything, I'm sure in your research there's things that you found out that I don't know. Is there anything you don't know? Apparently, you know what? Off the top of my... No, not really. Because the thing is, you know that there's two smaller blocks in Poplar. Are you aware of the two smaller blocks in Poplar?
Yeah.
Front, isn't it?
You are. Have you seen them?
No.
Right. They are the miniature of Trellick Tower.
Uh-huh.
The exact of Trellick Tower. Also, at the top of the building, apparently there's like there's a room. I've never even been in there, even though I was the chair. That's like a time warp. So lots of things that were here originally 40 or 40 odd years ago are kind of still there. But I've never been in there, so it's still a secret little room. And is there anything else? No, I don't think there's. I don't think there's anything else really. No, that I can think of.
Okay. Any other questions? Anybody?
Yeah, I had a question. You said that there's been some changes through the years since you've lived here. When did those changes sort of happen, if you had to pinpoint?
Okay, well, I mean, say the positive changes vis-a-vis with the concierge and people of that nature, 20 odd years, because of the difficulties because it's such a tall block, and we would have this strange situation where everybody that walked past felt they needed to come in and needed to go to the top of the building, and it just got too much really. It was an over intrusion. So what happened was they realised that because I think the building was, it's a Grade 2 listed building, yeah, and I think it was Grade 2
star.
Sorry.
It's a star.
Grade 2 star.
Well, there you go. See, you've told me so I didn't even know. Hey, I think you'll be chair next year. Anyway, so what happened was that because people were coming in and out, and there was a lot of vandalism and things of that nature, for whatever reason, they then started to invest in the building. And what they did about 5 years ago, they invested in new bathrooms and new kitchens and the whole shebang. The council have been amazing when it comes to the block. They have invested a lot of money in this block, and the quality of life within the block has improved considerably. But yeah, 20 odd years or so.
Yeah. So what, like 90s, would you say?
Time just flies, doesn't it? It's 2015 now, isn't it? Yeah, 90s, yeah, early 90s and that. There was because of the nature of the stock, they always have to invest, otherwise it'll fall down. But the major investment has definitely been over the last 20 odd years or so. Certainly with the concierge in the front area, and the baths and the kitchens and all the other bits and pieces, CCTV. So yes, certainly over the last 20 odd years. Yeah.
What was the year that you moved in here?
I've actually lived in here in this flat since '95. In this flat. Yeah.
I've got one more question, JP.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything that you think our young people would kind of help them knowing about the building? Any young people working on Trellick Towers?
Well, I don't know, because you see, the thing is, I've talked to some young people in the block, and about the project that that you're doing, and they're saying, "Oh, I'm shy," so on and so forth. So the young people within the block, from my own observation, from what I see, you see, their contribution to the block really is the back area behind here is we have a play area, and they do tend to get involved there. There's minimal involvement in terms of the block, the young people and the block. Their involvement in a general sense is outside of the block, in the play area. Also, Trellick is very famous for the graffiti artists. I don't know whether you know, at the back there's lots of graffiti artists. So they come every week. We have a good relationship with them, because obviously they need to have a relationship with us, otherwise they kind of wouldn't be there. And that's it really. The youngsters within the block don't get involved in the block per se, but they do use the facilities of the block outside.
Nice.
That's it really. As I said when we kind of had our conversation, to engage the young people is actually best to go to the front area like that, you engage that person prior to coming to see me, and engage the young people, and you get more of a picture than the one I give you. You know.
Thank you.
Anything else? Yeah.
say, how did you feel at first when you saw the graffiti?
I like the graffiti. I actually like the graffiti, but initially they had an attitude. And what the attitude was, we can just graffiti anywhere. We had to actually have a conversation with them, and the conversation went, we like your graffiti, but there's certain parameters you have to work in, like keeping the place clean and tidy. And they went with it, you know. So there's a good relationship between us and the graffiti artist. However, you know, one tenant did complain it was kind of bringing down the tone of the area. We had to kind of explain to her it was art, you know, street art. But anyway, I like the graffiti, personally.
Do you think that now, because you said that you spoke to them, do you think they respect the areas given?
They do respect the area because there's a guy who lives in the block that has an ongoing rapport with them. So it's great, and apparently they go on Facebook and on these other sites and where they're going and when they're going and what time he can be there and he can be there and she can be there. So, you know, it's good. It's, yeah, I like graffiti. As long as you don't come to my flat and just kind of do it all over here, I'm cool, you know.
Anything else, guys?
That's it.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you so
much,
much,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Are you interviewing anybody else today?
Yes, we are, aren't we? We're
Yeah.
speaking some
Oh, you're
this afternoon.
you're speaking to Keith, aren't you?
Yes.
He's the new chair.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Alright,
so much.
You know, on your thing, you've got things like you know, you've got the activities that you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're for the youngsters, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's
It's
what
all-
I don't really understand.
Yeah.
Why they wouldn't get involved in theatre, script writing,
Yeah.
and audio sound.
Yeah.
So
we
you-
have two. We have
You've got
two.
you've got a studio here. Do you have a recording studio?
No, we haven't got a recording.
You don't have a
studio.
recording
No,
studio.
we're just using different equipment.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Because when I seen that, I thought this is fantastic for the kids in the block.
Yeah.
But bizarrely,
Yeah.
they don't get involved.
Yeah. We have had a few sign-ups. It's just
Yeah.
getting to see them.
Oh, you have had a few
We've had
sign-ups.
a few
Yes.
Have
sign-ups.
they agreed to talk to you?
We're hoping.
Because you know, like when you knock on doors here, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Paranoia City. So you know, it's kind of you gotta be very patient.
Yeah.
But if you do go if you go in a concierge area,
Yeah.
you will definitely connect.
Mhm.
Knocking on doors, coming to the second floor,
No.
it don't work.
But being there where you can actually
Yeah,
speak to them
as they're
Yeah.
coming in.
directly.
Well,
Yeah.
you've seen it when you went
Yeah,
there
definitely.
before,
Yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to you last week.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. And I said to Sarge, who's the concierge, as a Sarge, talk to the kids.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
He's
Yeah.
doing
He
that.
knows-
He's doing
He
that. He's
knows
doing
He
that
knows
for us,
who's with
yeah.
who. He knows
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You're right, he does.
I'm telling you, he knows
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Even when he's
He does.
asleep, he can see.
He does.
Brilliant.